BFTB, best fight the best. You know, so I'm just saying, you know, I was just like, man, like thinking about a lot of these fights that happen where they're not the greatest of fights, and people automatically say, oh, this guy beat him. That's it. This guy beats him. He's not even good no more. I was just thinking about that, like, because of the Danny Garcia fight. Like, Danny Garcia beat Radchak, and they say, oh, well, you know, Danny Garcia is not even good. Look at the Radchak fight. Now, if you say, like, hey, I think such and such will lose if they fight like they fought right here. If you say that, I'm rocking with you. If you say that, you make sense. Such and such will lose based on styles, because styles make fights, not fighters. So based on style, such and such will lose if they fight the way they did this fight. That's cool. I'm cool with that. But to say, oh, well, look at his performance. He had a bad performance. That's it. He ain't beat nobody. I think everybody destroys this nigga. Because then, the very next fight, when they have a good fight, then all of a sudden, you're right back to, well, here, see, I knew it all along. Knew it all along. No, listen, bro. Like, Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford had a not-so-good fight against Green Beans. And if Bud Crawford fights Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Ugas, anybody, the way any of the elites, the way he fought Green Beans, it's going to be a long day for him. He'll fuck around and get knocked out against Danny Garcia, Errol Spence. He'll fuck around and get beat up against Terrence Crawford. He'll get pointed against Ugas. He'll get outpointed against Boots. But who's to say he's going to fight that way? That's why, if you guys notice, when I give my takes on that, I'm always saying, if they fight the way they just did. I'm always saying that. You won't never hear me say, oh, nope, Bud is trash now. He got dropped by Green Beans. He's trash. He's garbage. That's it. Nigga's garbage. But see, y'all do that for motherfuckers like Tank. Tank fight Gamboa. All before this, but before every fight, you know, beating Pedraza, all these other weird ass niggas, he's knocking these niggas' heads clean the fuck off, destroying these niggas badly, in devastating fashion. Oh man, Tank, man, I don't know. I don't know about Lomachenko. I think Tank Davis destroys Lomachenko. I think he destroys them. You got the haters that, you know, motherfuckers just hate. They just hate everything black, or hate everything PPC, or hate everything Al Heyman. So they'll, oh no, Tank doesn't beat nobody. He's running. He's a coward. He had one bad performance, and it wasn't even a bad performance because he won. He won. It was not a bad performance, even if he would have got knocked down like Terrence Bud Crawford did. He still won. That's like saying, oh man, you went to the Super Bowl, you won the Super Bowl, but it was a shitty performance. Next year you're getting destroyed by everybody. That's it. Oh, you won the NBA Finals. Yeah, you won the NBA Finals, but it wasn't 100-0. They scored. The other team scored. It wasn't 100-0. The other team scored, so, you know, that's it. Next year, you're getting destroyed. That's it. Next year, you're getting washed. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? I'm baffled. I'm baffled about this shit. I'm just baffled. I'm super baffled. Super baffled. Like, if you have the fights games, teams, all that shit is a day-to-day thing. It is a game-by-game thing. It is a fight-by-fight thing. And in some cases, in boxing, it's a round-by-round thing. But we're so fickle. You know what I'm saying? We're so, this guy, we think this guy is the truth, so he's got to win every round. If he doesn't win every round, then, you know, he lost. We think this guy we think this team is the goods, so if somebody scores on them, oh, they're not who we thought they were. Doesn't matter if they win. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the fighter knocks the other fighter out. If he stops the other fighter, doesn't matter. He has to stop them in ridiculously devastating fashion at all times. Deontay Wilder, oh, he didn't win this round. He was losing every round until he knocked the motherfucker out. He's a shit boxer. He can't box for shit. Losing every round. Every round. Until he knocks the motherfucker out. We need to stop this shit, bro. For real. This shit right here is like... I listen to this shit like, what are y'all talking about? What are you talking about? Danny Garcia had a bad fight. Okay. Alright, cool. If Danny Garcia was to fight Errol Spence the way he fought Ratchek, he's getting knocked out. Maybe not knocked out, but he's going to get beat, because I don't think Danny Garcia is going to get knocked out by anybody. If Danny Garcia fights Bud Crawford the way he fought Ratchek, he's going to get washed. If he fights Ugas the way he fought Ratchek, he's going to get washed. If Danny Garcia fights Keith Thurman or Sean Porter in a rematch, the way that he fought Ratchek, he's not winning any rounds at all. Not one. He will not win one round. It will be an absolute wash, 12-0. Skunk. Straight skunk. And I can say that because I am consistent when I tell y'all that Danny Garcia ain't no fucking slouch. Danny Garcia is not a bum. Regardless of what y'all be saying, what y'all thinking, oh, well, this guy will wash Danny Garcia. Okay, we'll fight him then. If these guys will do this to this person, we'll fight him and let's find out. It's very simple. In other sports, the schedule's already made. Your schedule's already made. Can you imagine in boxing if your schedule was made already? And it's not the fighter. You have to fight a motherfuckers based on their ranked. Okay, here you go. You come into boxing. As soon as you get ranked in the top 15, you can only fight fighters ranked in the top 15. You cannot fight anybody ranked outside of the top 15. When you get ranked in the top 10, you can only fight fighters ranked in the top 10. When you get ranked in the top 5, you can only fight champions or fighters ranked in the top 5. Just imagine if your schedule in boxing was set like that. You'd have mad losses. You'd have mad losses, bro. You'd be out here losing the motherfuckers that you would have never lost to if the schedules were the way they are right now, because you would never fight these motherfuckers. If you didn't have no choice and you had to fight these motherfuckers, you'd have mad losses. Motherfuckers would be coming to these, they'd be fighting champions. Motherfucking Errol Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Motherfuckers have 30 fights, 5 losses. Both of them. 30 fights, 5 losses apiece out this bitch. Like, who the fuck is this dude Zib Zab Zing that these niggas lost to? Who the fuck is that? This nigga lost to Bubba Bing Bong out this motherfucker. Some weird ass nigga that I've never heard of. That's who Errol lost to. Bubba Bing Bong. Motherfucking Terrence Bud Crawford got 4 losses. Zib Zab Zib, Honda Yoka, Super Subaru. You know what I'm saying? Just niggas that we never even heard of before. Because you had no choice but to fight them once you got ranked a certain rank. And this is the reason right now why I fuck with the PBC model heavy. And especially at 154 and especially at 147. Because these guys are fighting each other. Keith Thurman fought Danny Garcia. Keith Thurman fought Sean Porter. Keith Thurman fought Manny Pacquiao. Now, he didn't fight Errol. He ducked that. That's one of the flaws of the PBC model. Because, you know, the fighter don't got to fight nobody. Well, yeah, I'm my own boss. And because I'm my own boss, I'm saying I ain't fighting that motherfucker over there. I ain't fighting his ass. Because he'll beat the shit out of me. And I don't want this loss. I can go out and tell the world I got an O and I ain't afraid to let it go. But in reality, I ain't fighting this nigga because I know he's going to beat the shit out of me. But then the bread is so much that it's like, shit, fuck it. I got to go get that bag, bro. I got an A. Fuck it. Somebody losing, but we both getting paid. Somebody's losing, but we both getting paid. That's why Danny Garcia fought Keith Thurman. That's why Danny Garcia fought Sean Porter. That's why Danny Garcia is trying to fight. He was going to fight Errol Spence. Because the bread is so good that it's like, fuck it. I'm fighters and it's about the prize. Can't you guys listen and hear what people are saying? Danny Garcia said, show me the money. I will fight you, bud. Show me the bread. They showed him the bread to fight Sean. They showed him the bread to fight Keith. They showed him the bread to fight Errol. It's not about the belts for these motherfuckers. Because if it was about the belts, then a lot of these motherfuckers would be taking a lot less. They'd be taking any offer. If it was about the belts, then they'd be like, oh, I want to fight this nigga. Oh, wait, it's 60-40? Bet. Done. No, but it ain't. Because Bud is like, no, I ain't taking 60-40. It's 50-50. I did more at 135 and 140. Well, nigga, I never fought at 135 and 140. So, of course you did more. But what the fuck does that mean at 147? You haven't done shit. Fuck you mean you want 50-50 against Errol? You haven't done anything. Yeah, you've done more at 135 and 140. 2 weight classes that Errol never fought at. But you demanding 50-50 because of that. What? What? Well, then Errol can say, I demand more because of what I did in the Olympics. Nigga, you never went. He went. Errol went to the Olympics. You never went. Errol went. So then he can say, I'm demanding more because I went to the Olympics. You never went, bud. I made it to the Olympics. You didn't. I'm demanding more. I got more accomplishments based on that. No. Why? Why is it? Because it's about bread. Money. That's why. Bread. Straight up money. If the money's right, then we can fight. Period. All these niggas talking about they want to be undisputed. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear it. Because if you are trying to be undisputed, right, then the only fight that should hinder anybody is Manny Pacquiao. That's the only fight. It's the only fight that should hinder anybody. Manny Pacquiao. Because Manny Pacquiao is beyond that shit, and he's not trying to be undisputed. Manny Pacquiao is just trying to fight the biggest names that he can at the end of his career, get the most money he can, and roll the fuck out. He's already done it. He can literally say, I've done enough. That's why these motherfuckers like, oh, this is Manny Pacquiao. He can do whatever he wants. Manny Pacquiao can do whatever he wants. He doesn't have to fight anybody. Manny Pacquiao doesn't have to do this. He doesn't have to do that. But then the Bud Dick Riders are starting to do the same shit. Oh, why? Why does Bud have to fight Sean? Why? He doesn't have a belt. Why? But then Bud's out here talking about he'll fight Danny Garcia. I want to fight Danny Garcia. Even Sean Porter is saying, me and Bud is we're close friends, and I know the fight that he really wants is Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia don't have a belt. Just keep it real, bro. I can read between the lines, my niggas. I can read between the lines. It's about the bread. Who's ever offering you the most bread is who you're fighting. So fine. Then offer Danny the bread that he's asking for and fight the man. Don't lowball him off the rip. Don't lowball him off the rip. When you know good and damn well he is saying, show him the bag. Sad, bro. Just whatever. Whatever, bro. It's this shit right here just annoys me. It just annoys me. When I just look at these niggas talking about, I got an O, I'm not afraid to let it go, but then you won't fight nobody that could take your O. I got an O, I'm not afraid to let it go, and then you go fight Trees and a nigga named Cedar. You know what I'm saying? You go fight a nigga named Toyota and shit. You got Canelo Alvarez, who's got the middleweight division. He can easily be undisputed. Easily. You got Canelo Alvarez, who is the Dillian White of the middleweight division. Canelo Alvarez is the Dillian White of the middleweight division. The nigga can be undisputed if he wants to. Cries like a bitch last March talking about, oh, well, you know, all I want to do is be undisputed. By the end of the year, that's what I'm going to do. By the end of the year, I'm going to be undisputed. But you don't want no smoke with Charlo. You know, because you had the WBC belt in the beginning of the year, so you was cool. You don't want to fight your mandatory. Nope. Demetrius Andrade gets the WBO belt. When Billy Joe Saunders had it, oh, no. Nah. Yeah, we're going to make that fight, yeah. But Demetrius Andrade is boring, so you won't fight Demetrius Andrade. But you was going to fight Billy Joe Saunders. Who fought in a fucking bar room while niggas was drinking. And nobody was even watching the shit. He fought a nigga named Wolverine while niggas was drinking. He fought him in a bar room. Half the ring didn't even have ropes. Bro, there was ropes on 3 sides of the ring. The other side of the ring was a fucking wall. Niggas was drinking. It was at a bar. Niggas was drinking. Nobody was watching it. Niggas was watching TV while Billy Joe Saunders was fighting this nigga named Wolverine. Niggas was watching TV. They fighting right behind him. Niggas over here watching TV, drinking and shit. Talking shit about other fighters and shit. While Billy Joe Saunders is fighting the nigga named Wolverine right behind him. In a ring that only got 3 ropes. And you willing to fight this nigga. And nobody says a word. Nobody says a word. Nah. Canelo's the money man. He's the top guy. He's the man. Canelo. Oh, I want to be undisputed until Demetrius Andrade gets a WBO belt. You want to be undisputed. You go out and you petition the WBC to be a franchise champion so you don't have to fight Jermall Charlo. And then you say Demetrius Andrade is boring and you have no interest in fighting him. And nobody holds you to your words. In the beginning of the year, you want to be undisputed. But by the end of the year, Demetrius Andrade's boring. Right. But I'm the only one that wants to call this shit for what it is. But I'm hating. All right. Well, I got a lot of more coming. BFTB. Shout out to the LDBC. And I'm out.